Welcome back to the Meltwater Champions Chess Tour. This is the second major of the 2022 season. It is the FTX Crypto Cup here in Miami. But who's going to keep their cool in the Miami heat? We're not only going to play in front of each other, this is going to be in an esports studio. We have the lights, we have the fog, we have the music going on. The last 2 days, we're even going to have the spectators. Welcome to the FTX Crypto Cup here from Miami Beach.
There would be a lot to play for, as in each round the players met in a head-to-head match. A win giving the victor 3 points and $7,500. Should a match end in tiebreaks, the prize money would be split with 2 points and $5,000 going to the winner and 1 point and $2,500 going to the loser. And what a thrilling lineup! Joining world champion Magnus Carlsen in the magic city of Miami, we have some of the world's hottest chess stars. Super Grandmasters Levon Aronian, Jan Krzysztof Duda, Anish Giri and Liam Lei playing alongside the dangerous trio of teenagers, Alireza Firouzja, Hans Niemann and the youngest of them all, 17-year-old Praggnanandhaa. And the chess kicked off with a bang as two of the world's most famous teenagers, Firouzja and Praggnanandhaa, squared off. And it was Praggnanandhaa that landed the first punch.
It's just pure calculation and the most dynamic moves. And it's a killer and very impressive game by Prag. Very impressive. I mean, he's been in control, very clever opening.
This game is over. Praggnanandhaa has won. He's beaten Alireza.
Wow, what a start for now. 17-year-old Praggnanandhaa winning game one against the best junior in the world, Alireza Firouzja.
But suddenly, after Firouzja struck back in game two, everything depended on an unbelievable game three.
Maximum control for Firouzja and Prag down to under 20 seconds.
5 seconds now. You know, don't Windows update now, computer. Not a good time to do that update.
Oh, look at Prag. He's panicking. He's only got a few seconds on the clock. He nearly didn't swap the
But look at the bar. What's happening?
What's going on now?
Is he surviving, Prag? The back needs to come off.
What happened?
Okay, at least he's got his rook to the 7th rank. Whether or not he survives this game now, Prag, the queens are off and he cannot get checkmated.
Unbelievable with how he finds that move.
We've got to call that Prag style because he's won this endgame, Prag. Full 360 turnaround from a losing position, and he won.
Magnus Carlsen might have had a shaky start to his match against Anish Giri, but in the end, the world champion took full control.
One thing I would love to see in the tour is a beauty prize, like the most brilliant game prize for each event, and Magnus is trying to achieve that now. Again, Black is completely stuck. Black just cannot move. And there we go. Magnus plays the simple approach. He trades off, and this pawn is going to win the game. We'll see a result any moment. This pawn will step forward.
It's over. Winning also game four. Magnus Carlsen takes all 3 points in this big battle against Anish Giri.
In the first game between Hans Niemann and Jan Krzysztof Duda, drama occurred off the board when Duda's laptop suddenly powered down. A clearly angry Niemann went on full tilt and could not recover.
He's 7 pawns up.
White has 7 pawns.
That is incredible. And you don't often see that, do you? No. 7 pawn advantage.
No checkmate, no dancing, but Duda takes the win.
Elsewhere on day one, Levon Aronian solidly held on to his lead to beat the tricky Liam Lei. On day two, all eyes were on the 19-year-old Hans Niemann. Could he recover from his disastrous start when he faced his biggest challenge, world champion Magnus Carlsen?
Magnus has played the very, very ugly knight retreat that we were talking about. He just couldn't find another way. And yeah, the evaluation bar hating this for Magnus. All of the white pieces tied down defending this one weakness.
I mean, is this game over?
Looks like it is.
Immediately. Are you winning? You're winning material here.
Yeah.
You're winning a rook, right?
Yep.
I mean, an exchange at least.
Definitely.
Will we see a result any moment? I want to show this on the board, but I think we might see Magnus Carlsen just throw in the towel and forget this game. Straightforward win. This is the most simple, and
he's resigned. Wow, what can I say?
What a result.
But the world champion showed his class.
This game has been pure instinct from the world champion. It's just decision making. It's not calculation at all. It's just, okay, I've won a pawn. Now I want the queens off. I want the rooks off. I want to push my pawn to this square, fix your opponent's pawns. I want to paralyze the opponent's pieces. It's just general rules rather than specific moves. The players, they're so aggressive, so direct. Magnus has won a second pawn, and there we go, Hans resigns.
In other matches, Firouzja scored a crushing win over Liam Lei, whilst Levon Aronian overpowered Jan Krzysztof Duda in the tiebreaks. Praggnanandhaa defeated Anish Giri with ease to join Carlsen in the lead. Magnus Carlsen continued his winning ways, this time with a stylish victory over Levon Aronian.
Oh.
Okay, double attack from Levon Aronian, hitting Black's rook and Black's bishop with the white queen, and Magnus reacts by defending everything. The black queen, oh, okay, Levon Aronian shaking his head there. I don't like the fact that white kind of decentralized his queen. Wow, getting greedy, grabbing everything.
I mean, hasn't this just completely collapsed? I mean, you've lost two of your main assets there. He's gone for the clinical finish, I think, which is
simple approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two pawns eventually will win the game. Inevitable now, checkmate in a few moves.
Praggnanandhaa might have suffered a setback in Game 1 against Hans Niemann, but that didn't put him off at all.
Pragg has gone for this, even if you swap off all the rooks, I was going to say, even if all the rooks get traded off the board, you're basically playing a piece up in the endgame because Black's bishop is so bad. And what is this last move from Hans? He's just moved his rook off the open file.
Handsome mistake.
Yeah, we're going to see a result any second, I think, because after a trade, this rook move is just going to overwhelm Black. This knight is kicked away, and when the knight moves, this check will just win the house. Look at all these weaknesses. They are all isolated, all on light squares, and they are all going to drop. There we go. White is a piece up, and Niemann resigns.
After 6 titanic draws between Anish Giri and Alireza Firouzja, the Crypto Cup saw its first Armageddon.
It's basically a bullet game now. It's bullet chess, and Firouzja is one of the top 3 bullet players in the world. Anish is not as quick.
Yeah.
The knights are jumping in. Simon, you mentioned them.
Attacking, oh no, it's all going to go a little bit wrong now.
Has Anish just blundered a pawn? There we go.
No.
He was defending so well, but that's what happens when you're rushing 40 seconds on the clock. Now White's pieces are stacked up on the F-file. It's again backs to the wall, and he's blundered again, walked into a knight fork.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's just got that extra gear, Firouzja, when he really needs to.
It's incredible. I mean, look at that. Look, he's incredibly quick, isn't he?
And checkmate on the board in the next couple of moves. Giri gives up.
Oh no, it's another match loss for Anish Giri, but he took it all the way to Armageddon today.
However, for Liam Lei, it was a short day at the office as he secured his first match victory against a luckless Duda. Praggnanandhaa stormed into the day, defeating Levon Aronian in Game 3. In Game 4, everything hinged on a crazy position.
And you hit the queen. Okay, this is very complicated, but he's gone for
Okay.
it. Wow.
Okay.
Literally fire on the board right now. Who could resist the temptation? A free rook.
Pragg.
Well,
Pragg.
But this happened at the Olympiad, yeah, when I commentate everywhere. It's like, never doubt Pragg.
Yeah.
It's like we can doubt some other, but never Pragg. He always finds computer numero number 1.
I don't doubt Aronian either. He found the best move according to the computer.
Such an impressive game. They're playing like stockfish.
Okay, Levon retreats his queen. Again, he's playing so quickly. Maybe it's a good move, but there we go. Already.
Ooh, doesn't look like a good move on the bar.
He loses his biggest asset.
Yeah, this pawn, as you mentioned, Ivanka, is so important, and it's just dropped.
It looks like a blunder. I mean,
blunder.
rook is lined up with queen on the same diagonal. Would you be tempted to go rook takes knight? And yeah, it's on the board.
And Levon just resigns.
I'm not happy with that game, to be honest. Probably I had something. Maybe even I was better. Like I wasn't sure. I thought I had something, but somehow I decided to go for this position where his king is kind of safe on d2, but somehow I couldn't just give any threat. And maybe this b5 move was wrong, just giving up the a6 pawn. But then okay. He blended at the end.
It was also a wild match between Alireza Firouzja and Jan Krzysztof Duda, but a smooth win in Game 3 put the teenager on the right track.
Here he comes.
Yeah, here it comes.
Here comes the attack. It's coming
tricks.
down.
Yeah.
Danger, danger.
And here comes the resignation, it looks like. Yep. There it is. It's a loss for Jan Christoph Duda. That means Alireza Firouzja takes the lead in the match.
For Carlsen, it was an easy win as he breezed past Liam Lei. Anish Giri put on a powerful performance against Hans Niemann. Passing the midway mark, it's perfectly clear that Carlsen and Pragnananda are crushing the field, both on 100% and with a perfect 12 points. Trailing with 8 points in third place is wildcard Alireza Firouzja. Magnus might have come to the board in a brave mood, but he got the most horrible start against Jan Krzysztof Duda.
Magnus, he's so brave. I would be terrified. I think I wouldn't even have considered this option. I would just traded off the rooks and tried to curl up into a ball and beg for the draw. But Magnus, he's a far more aggressive, courageous player than most.
What's he done? Look at his face.
Look at his face. I think he might have just... Has he blundered? I think he wanted to go back with his knight and force the draw in the center of the board, but that doesn't work. Magnus, he's reacted. I think he has blundered. He's just... He rushed it. Magnus resigns, about to lose another piece, and what a turnaround. One blunder, and Duda took advantage.
And just when it looked like it was all over for him, a focused Magnus made a comeback.
And no, we do see aggression.
Hello, hello. That is the kind of move that I like to see. Yeah.
Oh, whoa, what's happening on the bar?
Magnus has just gone for it, but I don't know if this is the right moment. He's trying to break open this line, which is understandable, but we did mention the bishop is sitting on the square, and it can easily, there we go, get rid of the white knight. Duda has captured, and as you mentioned, Simon, suddenly the placement of white's king, it was safe as anything just one move ago, but suddenly black can crack open the center.
We might see the game finish very quickly.
Oh.
Threatening checkmate, this last move from Duda. Black's queen just wants to come down and take the white knight. Look at black's bishop, look at black's queen. They're both teamed up against that piece. You can't defend it.
Huge drama, not only in this match, you guys, it's huge drama in the FTX Crypto Cup. Magnus Carlsen loses the second game in a row to Jan Krzysztof Duda. Look at Duda shaking his head. He won the first 2 games today. He had it all in his pocket. But Magnus winning 2 games in a row now. It's gonna be tiebreaks, you guys.
The 2 tiebreak games descended into random chaos, but in the critical final seconds, it was Duda that held his nerve and emerged triumphant.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to call this game. Anything could happen. Look at the bar, Kaya.
One-on-one.
Black king running.
But the king is safe as houses.
Looks safe. After a check first, Magnus looks away. He's just blundered his house.
Oh, no.
Everything's fallen.
Brilliant
He's not
play.
even going to reach the end game. Checkmate's going to come.
Well done, Duda. White hanging on, and he's dropped a bishop.
Dropped his bishop. He's
A blunder.
put it on a loose square. He just left his bishop en prise. A free piece for Duda. And this one is going to be decided. Magnus blundering again. Duda takes it. He holds his nerve.
A handshake. It's over. Jan Krzysztof Duda wins the match.
I was anything but calm. There was pure furiousness in my veins, and I was like totally blind, just going, directly to checkmate.
Do you feel like this is why you play chess, this kind of drama at the end of the games?
No, I mean, I was extremely pissed off with, of course, by spoiling the edge in the match, but also in this fourth game, because I thought that basically I saved it. And after that, I was like not playing very good chess, but I said just pure emotions.
It was quite entertaining, that I will say, but not the result you were looking for.
Oh, this was... this was so pathetically poor that, it's hard to find words, really. I just couldn't think. But, it's okay. At least I gained a point. Didn't look that way halfway, but no, this was just a horrible day of chess. I have no idea what went wrong, really. Then, of course, he keeps his nerves a little bit better than I did at the end, so encourage him for that. It was just awful.
It was a bad day for the other tournament leader, Pragnananda, as he fell victim to Liam Lei, losing in just 3 games and thus scoring no points.
The first time this tournament that it won't have gone to 4 games for him. Both him and Magnus, they've played 4 games every round, and there we go. Prag throws in the towel, and it's decided.
His first match loss, a handshake, but 0 points today for Pragnananda.
But someone who did have a good day was Alireza Firouzja, who defeated Hans Niemann and now finds himself in clear 3rd place and just 1 point behind Pragnananda. All this meant that on the penultimate day, Magnus Carlsen would face off against one of his biggest rivals, Alireza Firouzja. The world champion might have been in a happy mood, but the first game was a disaster.
This move I have never seen before, so now you've caught my attention, Magnus. What have you got up your sleeve?
Magnus really looking happy with himself.
Yeah.
Proud of this queen sortie. Going away again with his king.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I mean, this is just shock-a-minute stuff. White's rook now forcing the black queen into the corner. Have you ever seen a worse queen? Have you ever seen a more misplaced king?
It's over. Magnus Carlsen, he loses game 1, playing a horrible game here.
Luckily, the world champion quickly recovered.
Firouzja's position is anything but solid. I mean, just look at the white rook on the 7th row. It's going to be reinforced by its sibling standing there on d1. The queen can come in as well. I mean, the position is just creaking for Firouzja.
Classic Magnus, he's back to his old self, back to top form simply. He swaps the queens, heads into an endgame where he can just grind it out with his extra pawn.
Magnus Carlsen ties the match against Alireza Firouzja.
In a high-pressure tiebreak between Magnus and Alireza, it really got wild. But in the resulting complications, Magnus proved to be the best.
Getting complicated.
It's getting really complicated. This
coming in.
This is messy.
Checkmate will end the game. That knight drops. It's 2 rooks and a bishop against the queen. It's too many material, too many pieces. White's king will move. Next, the white queen will jump back and defend. And there we go. Magnus takes the first blitz game. The black knight is just a perfect defender. Look how it blocks the checks, stopping the white king from moving. And there we go. It's a draw, and Magnus takes today's match.
The thrilling Pragnananda and Duda encounter also went to tiebreaks. And just as it looked rosy for the teenager, a shocker occurred.
And the players were seconds left on the clock. Oh, this is so difficult.
Whoa! Whoa!
No way!
Prag just blundered into checkmate in 1 move.
What?
He was winning.
What a move.
Pragnananda could not recover from that heartbreak and lost the tiebreak without a fight. In other results, Liam Lei defeated Anish Giri and Levon Aronian won against Hans Niemann, who is still yet to get on the scoreboard. Going into the final day, all Magnus needed was to tie the rapid portion of his match, increasingly desperate.
White wants to come into the black camp now. He's jumped in with his knight first, and now Magnus, he's going to challenge black's rook, which wants to trade itself off the white's rook, but he's going to use the white bishop to go and attack it. Just looking on his screen, there we go, we see a trade. And now, how does black relieve the pressure? He's just allowed white in. He's allowed Magnus to sneak in. And Prag down to 2.5 minutes, Magnus over 4 minutes. The clock could become a factor. Okay, giving a second pawn away, Prag.
Yeah, but this is just desperation. You know, the clock is playing a factor, and also his position is just falling apart.
Prag is fighting for his life, but Magnus is winning this position. White is just going to take this pawn, and he goes for it.
This is just a simple way to win, I think. And yeah, you can see his body language there. This knight stable is just such a good technique when you got the bishop versus the knight. Well worth remembering.
Wow, it's over, and a reaction by Magnus Carlsen. He is the winner of the FTX Crypto Cup with this win.
Congratulations on winning the FTX Crypto Cup 2022.
Thank you, thank you. This game was very nervy, I think, for both of us. Today, I mean, I haven't been able to find a rhythm at all, but hopefully I can relax a bit in the last game.
The world champion clinched the FTX Crypto Cup in just 3 games. But for Pragnananda, there was still a silver lining as he managed to make a sensational comeback, defeating Magnus Carlsen in tiebreaks.
And look at his face, he's still laughing there. He's had enough now. Has he had enough?
Is he resigning?
He's resigned.
Okay.
There comes a handshake.
Oh, a polite handshake. Pragnananda wins the match against world champion Magnus Carlsen, but it is Magnus who takes the win in the FTX Crypto Cup.
Yeah, Magnus just tried to play with b5. If he didn't go for that, I don't think I would have won the 4th game.
Still, you're back in second place, and Magnus, you win the tournament. You finish the tournament in style, maybe not with a positive note though.
No, I mean, I was feeling terrible today. I mean, I was just didn't get enough sleep. I was just not in good shape. So I'm very happy relieved to have won the tournament, and obviously I would have wished to have done better today. It's really kind of embarrassing to lose the last 3 games, but overall the emotions are obviously positive.
Yeah, because how much does it mean to come back and now after missing out after a bad ending to the first major, you come back and you win the second one?
Yeah, it feels good. So I wish that I could have kept my level going right till the very end. I didn't, but nevertheless, it's a great result.
This victory means that Pragnananda finishes in second place with 15 points and $37,500. Because of his head-to-head result against Alireza Firouzja, Pragnananda will finish above him. So let's check out the tour standings. Stretching his lead at the top with an amazing $146,500 is Magnus Carlsen. Jan Krzysztof Duda is in second place with $100,500, whilst Pragnananda is snapping at his heels with $98,750. There are still 3 tournaments left to go on the Meltwater Champions Chess Tour with lots to play for. So stay tuned for more drama and action.